Okay, I decided to do a follow-up tutorial on the Warble bass, how to do that in Cubase, because I realized that the tutorial only works in full versions of Cubase, as pointed out by one of the comments. So I figured I would do it using Cubase LE4, just to show how I would do it if I had to work in LE4. So I have LE4 launched. I'm going to go ahead and create a new project. I'm going to go with empty just to show how this is done. And I'll stick it here. And the first thing that you want to do, since LE does not have the VST instrument rack, is go to Project, Add Track, Instrument. Now, I'm using a freebie today, a free synthesizer called Da Hornet. Google around and you can find that for download. So we're going to stick that on this track as soon as it loads. Watch it crash my computer. There we go. Okay. So we also need to record some MIDI. And my cat is being hilarious right now. So I'll just go ahead and turn the click track on and record like a chord or something. And I've got a lot of latency right now, but that's okay. Doesn't matter because we're going to be working mostly in this realm. So we double click on this to open up the key editor, and I want to quantize this. And as you can see, I pretty much played quarter notes. So we're going to set the quantize value to quarter notes. Hit Q. Everything will quantize. Now the other thing I want to do is I'd like to quantize the lengths also. And how you do that. So you go up to MIDI, Advanced Quantize, Quantize Length. And it will snap it to the nearest quarter note because that's what we have as a value up here. So now that we have some MIDI to work with, this is relatively easy. What we want to do is pull up the GUI of Da Hornet like this, and we want to bring this over here, and what we're going to be doing, like the Cubase 5 video, I do hate that about Cubase. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be manipulating the frequency knob. So just to real quick to show you what we're trying to get here, we're trying to do that, only we want it to be on time. So how we do that is we set the automation to right, and what we can then do is just play it and jiggle it a little, hit stop, turn this off, show all used automation. Also, you need to do turn on the R because that's for read automation. And you can see my little knob jiggle there. We can go ahead and delete what we just did. And now what we need to do is we need to, in this window, because we're going to be drawing the automation in this lane, we need to go up here and select Use Quantize, because that's very important, because now what you can do is, and I'll go ahead and start with this, but or you know what, I'll write in an eighth note wiggle. So the warble is going to be eighth notes in speed, and what we do is we go up to our line tool, and we want triangle. That's what you want to select. Now what you can do is you can come down here and drag this out. Done. Okay, and then if we want to make it slow down, we select half notes. Start down here. There's a half note. Maybe some 16ths. Whoops. Undo that. I guess you gotta start it over here. Yep. We'll do like half of those. I don't know, quarter triplets. Okay. And I'm just gonna finish it off using a couple half notes. Okay. So now, like the other video, see, this is just a little bit more time consuming, but what we are doing, by the way, keyboard shortcut G and H to zoom, if you didn't know that. But now what we're doing is when we pull up this GUI again for the Hornet, is you'll see that the frequency knob will move with this automation. So when I play it back, see? Now the only problem is sometimes, I mean, you might have to find a better bass in here for that sound. For some reason I can't hear playback right now, so I have no idea how this actually is sounding. It's because I had the headphones plugged into the wrong port. But basically, now we have that warble effect that we were after. So that's how you do it. Hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'll try to answer them if I can.